Analyze and interpret the short story called Spin by Tim O'Brien, which is a part of a novel called The Things They Carried. Spin is a reflective place that captures both the strange aspects of war and the horror moments and boredom of the war. Through this analysis, I will focus on the main themes and the narrative style of the text. If we go down here, this is what I will be covering, mainly the main themes and the narrative style of text. And if we start with the first main theme it is the trauma from the past. The narrator in the story called Spin reflects on his experience by starting with saying, "I'm 43 years old and a writer now, and the war has been over for a long time." This line emphasizes how war memories do not fade away, instead they exist in a continuous present. O'Brien suggests that writing and storytelling allows these experiences to have a new meaning and to tell them to the reader. He also describes how memories are fragmented when he says, "What sticks to memory often are those odd little fragments that have no beginning and no end." This random nature of recollection mirrors the kind of chaotic experience of war and its lasting impact on the soldiers who have lived through him, most likely himself, and of course the narrator. Then we have the contrast between order and chaos. We see or we read in Spin that the game of checkers is played between the two military comrades, and this serves for a metaphor in war, which, because we all know that war is a chaotic and very traumatizing place, and for there to be a single moment where two soldiers can sit there and play checkers has a more deep meaning and symbolic meaning through it. And there is the quote: "There was something restful about it, something orderly and reassuring. There are red checkers and black checkers. The playing field was laid out on a strict grid, no tunnels, no mountains or jungles. You knew where you stood. You knew the score." This contrasts sharply between the reality of war, where there are no clear rules or winners, only survival. This allows us as the reader to feel like the more boredom of the war by describing the things that happen and not when the things that happen when nothing is happening, because normally when we picture war we see guys shooting each other, especially in the Vietnam War, burning down villages, killing civilians and such. But in this paragraph we kind of get an insight of what the soldiers are doing when they do not go around and do that. The next overall theme I have is called reality and fiction. There's a blurred line between reality and fiction in this text. At one point, one of the soldiers tells a story about a man who goes AWOL, which means absent without leave, and he enjoys a very peaceful life with a nurse, only to return as a combat, because it says, "All that peace, man, it felt so good, it hurt. I wanted to hurt back." This kind of anecdote reveals how some soldiers become accustomed to war, and that peace actually can feel unnatural to them because of most likely of the PTSD that many soldiers are experiencing, where they get so used to war that a normal place or a normal society without war and peace might feel very distant from them and what they have been used to for a long time. Then going over to the narration part. Through the narrative style, O'Brien has a limited, omniscient first-person narrator. This means that the narrator has insight to his own thoughts and emotions, but he does not have access to every character's mind and emotions and thoughts. This point of view makes the story deeply personal and reflective, and it allows the reader to look through the memories and emotions of the narrator. The narrator speaks in the first person and shares his own thoughts and memories and experiences, giving the reader an direct access to his perspective and what's going on inside his own mind. And we have a quote where it says, I sit at this typewriter and stare through my words and watch Kiowa sinking into the deep muck of a shit field. This quote highlights how the story is filtered through the narrator's subjective experience. You know, when and we can see it with the use of I in the quote. Tim O'Brien's use of the limited omniscience allows the reader to experience the confusion and the boredom of the war through the main character's perspective. And for instance, he writes, "The bad stuff never stop. The bad stuff never stops happening. It lives in its own dimension, replaying itself over and over." And this gives the exact insight into the narrator's mind, and it kind of like conveys how trauma is not something that one simply forgets, and that's like what this 43-year-old man can't forget when he's sitting down at his typewriter. Then I have a small comparison between the omniscient and the objective narrators. First up, a fully omniscient narrator would provide insight to every one of the characters' thoughts, which this story called Spin do not do. Instead, the narrator only knows what he personally experiences, making his perspective limited. Sometimes Tim O'Brien has made an objective narrator, which presents facts without revealing the emotions. For example, at the quote, a hand grenade, a slim, dead, dainty young man about 20. This like very like cold and factual description heightens the brutality of war, where we can see that the reader or the narrator allows the reader to interpret the horror for themselves without the narrator's subjective meaning. And the effects that this spatial narrator has on the text, the limited omniscient perspective helps us create like a very intimate subjective portrayal of the war. Readers see even through like the lens of the memory, making the story feel both personal and unreliable at most times, but at the same time. But sometimes, occasionally, it's shifting to the objective tone, where Tim O'Brien intensifies the kind of like emotional impact of violent events, leaving like what the very emotional impact of violent events is leaving on the soldiers that have been through the war. As a conclusion, Spin by Tim O'Brien offers a very unique perspective of the Vietnam War, showing that it was not just defined by violence, but also moments of like kind of absurdity and boredom, and where the soldiers can reflect on their lives and what they're doing in the moment. The text's limited omniscient point of view allows the readers to experience war through like a deeply personal lens through the narrator. Through like the different kinds of storytelling, Tim O'Brien like keeps the war alive in the soldiers' minds, both in the flashback from them when they were at the war, but also in the present time where we read about the narrator sitting down as a 43-year-old. And this illustrates that some experiences never truly end. They continue to rehappen in your mind through like the memory and narrative, and it sets a different but yet fascinating perspective about the war, where we also see the boredom of war and not only the traumatizing bits. Thank you for listening, Lone.